museums are great places to help our visitors' well-being. We have amazing objects that are beautiful and awe-inspiring. Both the objects and the spaces of the museums can have a beneficial effect on a person's well-being. It is extremely important that, like everyone, the Hazelmere Young People's Exhibition Team, or HYPE, look after our own well-being. Museum 5 a Day is a simple way to help do this.
The 5 ways to well-being are about taking time to do activities with others in order to connect,
get together with colleagues, friends or family,
notice,
take joy in the small and great things around you,
learn,
try something new and widen your horizons,
exercise,
do something physical,
and volunteer,
do something for others.
As a group, we looked into many ideas that we felt would help with our and the community's well-being, but also linked to the Museum 5 a Day. These ideas include helping at a charity shop, using recycled materials for arts and crafts, camping in the museum garden, and not using technology for a week. However, after much discussion, we decided on 5 things that we believed would be very beneficial to our well-being, as well as being things that we enjoy doing.
Firstly, we wanted to start in the museum grounds, which is a great place to notice and learn new things.
I'm Eliza.
And I'm Simran.
And welcome to the Trail Vlog.
Whilst you're down at Hazelden Museum, why not try the tree trail?
That's what we're going to be doing today.
Come with us.
Look at the giant frog and the giant egg. All
Wow.
hand painted. Beautiful, isn't it?
Hampshire naturalist Gilbert White thought the beech was the most lovely of all forest trees. Like the yew, holly was thought to have sacred powers, and this is still celebrated at its decorative displays at Christmas time. A very large 18th century horse chestnut tree stood in the museum grounds until it blew down in a gale.
While you're here, why not take a seat and look at
the view.
Look at it.
Looking across the pond, you will see a beautiful Scots pine. At the time, a tree ring count was taken and they were found to date back to around 1790. Scots pines were native to Scotland. They were brought to the south of England in the 1960s.
We're back at the start.
Of the tree trail.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed and hope you come and try out the trail for yourself. It's very nice. And come on a beautiful day like this. Sun is shining, beautiful views.
It's very nice.
Yeah, okay. Bye! This inspired us to take it a step further and go on a historical tour around the town of Haslemere. This walk takes around half an hour and is a way to not only exercise but to learn about places around the town with interesting history that you may have just passed by before. We start our trail from the museum down the high street.
I'm standing outside Hazelden Museum. It opened in 1888 and it moved to its current location in the high street in 1926. They have hundreds of objects across their galleries of biology, natural history and human history, including Arthur the bear and an Egyptian mummy. So it's a great place for learning and noticing new things.
They hold lots of events over the year, so it's a great place for connecting with other people, and there are loads of opportunities for volunteering, including front of house, education and collections.
Many people may not notice the town well, as it is just off the high street. However, it would once have been the centre of the town, and it is the reason Hazelmere is here.
stopping at Well Lane, then continuing by passing Hemmings Way.
Haslemere has a number of coffee shops, and these are great places to socialise. One of the coffee shops, Hemingway's, also hosts a number of events including quizzes, live music and comedy.
The War Memorial in the High Street has been the centre of Haslemere's remembrance commemorations since it was erected in 1921. It allows people to connect not only with each other but also with the past. There are 62 names from the Great War and 47 from World War II. The town hall was built in 1814, replacing an old timber market house and butcher's shambles with a pillory in front.
It was originally opened with arches at the ground floor level, where there was a lockup which was a jail.
On the front of the building, there are several memorial plaques to famous local people.
One plaque recalls Police Inspector William Donaldson, who was struck down and killed in 1855 by drunken navvies employed to build the new railway.
This happened outside the King's Arm Public House next to the White Horse. Then, carefully crossing the road, passing the sawn inn on our left into West Street, passing the old post office. Further down West Street, we pass by the old fire station and police station before reaching Hazelmere Hall.
Hazelmere Hall is now the only cinema venue in Hazelmere. It is also a venue for live music and theatre productions.
It also hosts the annual beer festival, as well as offering a range of volunteering opportunities, such as working front of house for the many events.
There are a number of charity shops in the town, and they provide good volunteering opportunities. We continue along Bridge Street, carefully crossing the road and the bridge as we continue to Townsdale. Now heading down Church Lane.
The unusual thing about Hazelmere's postbox was that it is green. It was designed by Penfold when the Royal Mail was trying to standardise postboxes. This is the emergence of the hexagonal postbox before 1879 when they became cylindrical. Green has become the standard for Victorian postboxes between 1866 and 1879.
We feel that it is important to learn and go out and do things, but it is also important to take time to relax and take a break. Art therapy is a way to do this by being creative and taking your mind off stressful things.
You're not, known for our PE skills as a group.
Oh, I see. No, I was never known for my PE skills either.
Oh well. You're very good at making little compliments.
Well, I'm hoping you'll...
So far we are doing really well.
So far, you've cut out, or you're cutting out
We
four
haven't
circles,
yet.
aren't you? And then you can use one of those circles as a guide for your next colour.
Being part of the hype team also means we have the opportunities to do activities we wouldn't normally be able to do as young people. This includes helping the Fringe Festival, where we volunteered and did a lot of filming work and connected to the community.
And finally, the Hazelmere hares were a way to connect to the whole of the community. Each hare was hand decorated and displayed around Hazelmere and then auctioned off to the highest bidders for charity. On the day of filming, the hares were on display at the museum, which was also the day of the royal wedding and added to the celebratory atmosphere.
Thank you for watching our film. We are thankful to everyone who got involved, and we hope to have inspired you to do something to help your well-being. Remember, connect, notice, learn, exercise, volunteer.